Alright, so now that I'm done with call, I'm going to show you guys what's included in my biopsy bag, my call bag, just so you can have a frame of reference for what I sort of had experience with over my year of call. First, starting off with the bag itself, I liked a bag with multiple pockets that I could store lots of different things in different compartments and allowed me to have some organization to find things when I needed. We'll start with the outside. Here, these were my quick access pockets, so I would have alcohol pads, always need a lot of those. I had some aluminum chloride there. In this pocket, I had business cards, which I provided to patients when I left. After I did a biopsy, I would give them my cards so I knew who had seen them. Oftentimes when you're in consult service, they get confused with you and the primary team, but having a business card to leave with them made them very happy, and also gave them a number to call. Vaseline packets, oftentimes I would give them extra one of these, or if you just needed some for procedure. Also had a couple xeroforms here, box of matches for KOH preps, and some extra band-aids as well. For some reason I had a ammonia inhaling salt, just in case someone had a vasovagal and you wake them up. This pocket, I had my slide covers for KOH preps. I also stored my 10% buffered formalin here, and usually like some snacks or something that I would take with me on my knife, because you never know if you would get trapped in the hospital somewhere. What's not included here, I usually would also include a cell phone charger with a plug-in for the wall, or just bringing a portable battery pack. This pocket here, band-aids, lots of extra band-aids. Patients often ask me for those. And it's this is Michele's media for DIF, and also quick access for my Lidocaine, which I would use for my biopsies. On the side pockets, I would have all my stacked items, my long items, handheld electrical cautery. Sometimes people were on blood thinners, and if you didn't have a applicator around, having a couple of these really came in handy. A couple saline flushes, and then here, these are really important to have. A couple of viral media swabs, V4 viral media swabs, and also the viral media. Oftentimes on the floor, they don't have the V4 media, so I would always recommend having at least 4 or 5 of these in your bag at any time, because running out in the middle of the night was really an issue. Here I had some other items from clinic. This I think was this is a pair of Forceps, more Forceps. I had a bunch of 15 gauge needles if I needed to pop a vesicle. And I have these, or just as backup to be able to make biopsy kits if you're on the floor. I always like having extra. Tongue depressors, and 11 blades, also very helpful. Some cotton tip swabs, again just in case you need to make a kit on the unit. Some marking pens, cleaning tips with iodine, and then a bunch of bacterial swabs. These will also be very helpful. And then I always like to have a couple curettes if you need to par something down. These will often be helpful or hard to get on the floor. Okay. This pocket here, I would keep all my media. This is more Michele's media. I had a pair of clear glasses that I would wear, protect your eyes when you're doing procedures, especially on the scalp. Some pens on the side there. Here in the main compartment, sorry about the shaky camera. Okay, the main compartment, this is where the bulk of the action is. I would have usually at least 3 or 4 shave biopsy kits and 3 or 4 punch biopsy kits. In addition to that, I had these little take-home containers where I could store my extra supplies. In this particular one, you could see some extra 30 gauge needles, tape, hypoallergenic tape, and some saline for doing dilutions if I was going to do Kenalog. Also had some gauzes in here and my slides for my KOHs. Having a little packet was helpful to sort of keep things organized. This was a box of extra derma blades, 1 ml and 3 ml syringes. Again, just some more supplies if I needed them. This was a bunch of different punch biopsy kits. I had 2 through 6 millimeter. Sometimes you do need larger. Actually, I think I do have an 8 in here. But sometimes you need something other than the 4 millimeter punch biopsy. And so I liked having these around in case one of my kits got messed up or I needed a new punch biopsy. I could always come in here and reach for that. These are some more specimen containers here. I mean, I don't think I see them here, but I also had a bunch of extra actual specimen bags around. You always need those if you were giving a specimen on the floor, like a bacterial swab or something like that. You could give it to nurses and you need extra bags themselves. You can find those in the closet sometimes. These are some extra needles. Abdominal pads. I had a lot of different dressings that I like to keep. So I had a lot of 4x4 pads. This is a little bit larger one, with 4x4 gauzes. A couple of these sterile fields when you need to set up. Or I would ask the nurses for a couple of the blue chucks to also like set up on the tray. Some gel foam was helpful if you need to pack something. This is a biopsy kit here. A couple of these things. If you need aluminum chloride, you need these little cups. All these little pieces of a biopsy kit or a biopsy setup that are readily available in clinic, but when you're out on the floor, they're hard to have. This is some more xylocaine, suture removal kit. I had some Duoderm, Vaseline impregnated gauze. These are really hard to find. I do recommend you have some of this in your bag. You never know when you need to dress it with Vaseline or some non-adhesive sticking dressing. Some steri strips for doing suture removal. Restore foam. Aquacle Ag. Saline dressing. And then more of the same Duoderm, my 4x4 pads. And you can see is that generally they're all together, so if I needed to hunt for something, I knew where to go. Absorbent towel, more of the same, more of the same, more of the same. And that's pretty much it. I had a little divider in here to sort of keep everything organized. Some pens, you can never have enough pens, marking pens, etc. And that's it. Having everything that you could possibly need when you're out on call. Okay, and that's it. If you have any questions, well, if you're watching this video, it might not be around for you to see it or email me, but hopefully this helps you prepare for your year of call. Good luck, guys.